1992. The Soviet Union collapses, and it's like waking up in a completely new world, except nobody has a map. Kazakhstan, Kyrgyzstan, Tajikistan, Turkmenistan, and Uzbekistan are now on their own, trying to figure out how to run an economy. No more centralized planning, no more guaranteed money, no more safety net, just a free fall into uncertainty. And oh, what a fall it was. By the mid-90s, the GDP per capita in every country had crashed. But here's where the differences start. Kazakhstan was the biggest kid on the block with its oil reserves, so it had more potential to rebound. Turkmenistan, with its natural gas, was in a similar position, though its economy was far more closed off. Uzbekistan, despite its size, had a slow and controlled transition, not as rich as Kazakhstan, but not as chaotic as Kyrgyzstan and Tajikistan either. Kyrgyzstan and Tajikistan? Oh boy. Without oil or gas, they relied heavily on remittances, money sent home by people working abroad. That made them extremely vulnerable to external shocks. Fast forward to the 2000s, and suddenly, things are booming. Kazakhstan and Turkmenistan are cashing in on high oil and gas prices, and their GDP curves shoot upward like a rocket. Uzbekistan? Moving up, but much slower. Meanwhile, Kyrgyzstan and Tajikistan are growing, but it's a bumpy ride. Growth here depends heavily on how Russia's economy is doing, because so many of their workers are in Russian cities sending money back home. And then comes 2008, the global financial crisis. Kazakhstan gets hit hard. Its GDP per capita drops like a rock. Why? Banking crisis plus oil price drop equals economic nightmare. Turkmenistan, being more isolated, dodges the worst of it, while Uzbekistan, with its state-controlled economy, keeps chugging along steadily. Meanwhile, Kyrgyzstan and Tajikistan feel the pain through Russia. When remittances dry up, the economy stumbles. Just when things seem to be stabilizing, 2014, 2015, oil prices collapse again. Kazakhstan takes another big hit. Russia gets sanctioned after the Crimea conflict, meaning remittances from migrant workers in Russia shrink drastically, which is bad news for Kyrgyzstan and Tajikistan. But Uzbekistan, it's just chillin', slowly but steadily moving forward. Then, in 2016, a game changer happens. Uzbekistan gets a new leader who opens up the economy. Suddenly, growth explodes. Foreign investors come in, trade flourishes, and Uzbekistan starts catching up to the others fast. And then, COVID-19 2020. Suddenly, the whole world hits pause. Trade, frozen, oil prices, crushed, migrant workers, stuck. Kazakhstan, another huge dip, but it recovers quickly. Turkmenistan? Hard to say because they keep their data so secret, but exports suffered. Uzbekistan? A minor slowdown, but overall still on an upward trajectory. Kyrgyzstan and Tajikistan? Massive struggles. With fewer remittances and closed borders, recovery was slow. But the pattern we've seen for 30-plus years repeats itself. Central Asia adapts. It hustles. It refuses to stay down. Now, in 2025, things look very different from 1992. Kazakhstan is still the regional economic leader, but its heavy reliance on oil makes it vulnerable to price swings. Uzbekistan is the fastest growing, showing what economic reforms can do. Turkmenistan is a mystery, still rich in gas, but isolated from the global economy. Kyrgyzstan and Tajikistan? They continue fighting against the odds, relying on remittances but hoping to diversify and build stronger industries. Different countries, different journeys. But one thing unites them. Central Asia doesn't just survive. It reinvents itself time and time again. And if history has shown us anything, this ride isn't over yet.